Okay, there we go. I think everything's working this time. So we should be able to go straight to the game. I had a few issues with the stream, so this is like gonna be shorter than the usual 3-hour ones. Because I spent an hour trying to fix things, but here we are at our base, the Great Birch Forest. And we are slowly extending our pathway from the starter area. And we're going to take this path over to spawn and just currently working on a little bit of the terrain to make things nicer. Really about that now? There's been a few issues recently. I've been able to figure out it's due to like bitrate. But when I initially reset my computer, it seemed to be able to handle like a higher bitrate. Suddenly, over like the past few weeks, it's been struggling to achieve that as much, so I've had to lower it down. But thankfully, I think it can still handle a decent bitrate. And this upcoming week is going to be a special one for our channel for the main reason that it's going to be the first time I'm properly branching out from Minecraft content. I'll still stick to like mainly Minecraft, obviously, and still have WhimsyCraft as the main thing. But the next few weeks are going to be quite interesting, as a Roblox game that I'm quite a big fan of is finally getting its sequel after 5 long years. So I'm probably going to be streaming every single day with that game. Just refresh the check so I don't want that message on stream. There we go. So that's going to be quite fun. And if they actually release it, 'cause they have been pushing back the release date quite a bit. Move this back one. There we go. Well, I welcome them. It's already getting dark. But you're having a great day. Push this one back a bit. Yeah, I should mention that we had quite a funny incident last night, thanks to this man over here, YMG. And this was very fun to clean up, you can see in this picture here. Now we have 27 shulkers full of boats, and I don't know what to do with them. Scott and I might have done a little bit of revenging, but I'm not gonna spoil that. So that'll be a main part of the next episode. Luckily I was online when he decided to put boats everywhere. So I should get a good flashback file and should be able to do like a nice drone view. It's a private server, unfortunately. We'll start bringing my bird actually. This is great. I'm not going to fly because it'll mess up the microphone a little bit. And even running will. I actually don't know if we've got any wool. Maybe I can share a sheep. Probably be good. And really wool, we have wool. We have wool, good. We have a full bed, I may as well just take that. I really do need to sort this storage out. Well, thank you. Yeah, we've helped a lot of whimsical stuff. There's not many people who've like started their series yet. I think they're starting soon. But we've got quite a few members. And we just get up to quite a lot of silly and fun things. We do have a Discord. I don't know if I have a link to the Discord anywhere. We do have like a Discord for the community where we post all the uploads. We've got notifications for live streams. What will we actually get that? I'm not sure where the link is. But yeah, for now we're just placing the pathway with regular dirt paths, making the terrain all nice, and then we're going to go through with our jungle and mud and replace it so it just looks nice and has this nice style to it. Make it consistent. This task might actually take quite a while. I mean, it's already been 8 minutes and we've only got this so far. I mean, I did start before that like an hour ago, but we did have issues with the stream, so that'd make sense for a few of the issues. What resource pack then? I don't really use a main resource pack. I use, I like the default textures. We have like a world-specific one. We have, I like to use the, fresh animations, player animations, which gives it this nice movement to the characters. And I have, yeah, as you can see there's a little blink, which is from, what is it? Entity texture features, I think. Yeah, you can have like blinks, you can have glows, it's really cool, honestly. What else do I use? I use enchantment outlines to add like a nice little enchantment outline similar to actions and stuff on Bedrock Edition. And fresh food, it just makes all the food nice and 3D when you hold it, it seems. Can't really zoom in on that, but as you can see in the bottom right. And what else is it? Fancy crops just makes the crops a bit nicer in my opinion. Then hold the items, which actually lets you see your hand when you hold items and gives a little animation to them like this. I just like them because it makes it seem it adds a lot more of the features like actions and stuff does on Bedrock Edition. And while obviously not being actions and stuff, because that's not around on Java. Yeah, I think this path is already got a nice shape so far, so now I just need to bring it up this way. Yeah, they're really good. I use Modrinth as a launcher because it just means I can get everything all in one place rather than downloading and having to keep going into like my files all the time. Then it's find Modrinth easier, but it also allows me to like update my packs if they ever get updated, just through one press of a button. Oh yeah, I also use Better Clouds. It's another mod that just allows for like a lot of variation in the clouds. Rather than having these, they become these nice little squares that also have a tiny bit of animation that just makes the look a lot nicer. You can change the colour, the vibrancy, there's a lot of customization with it. How's this looking? Like it needs to come out forwards a bit more here and then bend. So, more straight along this way. And then... yeah. Complementary shaders are nice. I have them clipped, it just... my computer does not like having them constant. Especially not when streaming. So I use them for screenshots and like thumbnail renders, but... yeah, it'd be nice if I could use them all the time. I've got my... I'd be able to enable them very quickly, see if it doesn't crash. I still got the blur on, but I have mine very like... I like it very blue. I don't know why. I like it similar to Minecraft, so I have like the Minecrafty shadows. The blur's only there for thumbnails. I should really remove that. It's like I like having it in a Minecrafty style, but this nice lighting, if that makes sense. And I'm not a big fan of the hyper-realistic shaders, mainly because it just... for me, it feels like it's taking the soul out of the game. Like, obviously, yeah, I don't mind people using them, but for myself personally, I don't think I ever would. Smooth this out better here. I used to use Voxy, which would allow you to get, like, higher render distances. But I think it used to be too taxing on my computer and cause a lot of issues with CPU, so I've had to stop using it when like recording. It messes up the voice changer audio, which isn't fun. How's this? I don't like how that dips in and then back out again. So like here, I feel like this needs to be a little bit more straight, and then bend. Does that look nicer? Even a bit straighter, honestly. Here feels too... okay, that's looking better. Round this corner off a bit more and move this. Always dreamed to have a server where I got to my birthday at 48 gigabyte RAM server, and I found out none of my friends played. Oh wow. None of them? Honestly, yes, a lot of my IRL friends don't really play. So I just have to play online people, the other members of the server, like Scan, who lives over there. You can see his alt account on the up there. Should actually mark that. Oops. But yeah, I also used to play on the Bedrock realm, because realms were quite good when playing with friends, as it's cheaper than actually running a full server, I think. And at first they all played it, but after that whole 2-week Minecraft phase thing, a lot of them just stopped playing, and I was paying for a realm just for myself, which was a bit boring. Just ended up having to switch to single player. But if no one was playing it, what was the point in paying for it? Was that a bit more of a bend? Oh, yes, so Scan, funny enough, I had to redo your storage a little bit because it had already filled up all 3 chests. So I expanded it downwards a little bit, just because I didn't want it to overflow or anything. But you have quite a lot of pumpkin pie now. Let's block. You can't tell I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. It's gotta be... I'm not gonna be able to sit right if this graph doesn't look nice enough. Okay, everything so far looks nice up to here. Oops, Scan has joined. Yeah, Scantort has been running for about, how long now? 14 hours it's been running. And she has about 3 double chests full of pie around now, probably. You know, that could be good. It's a good way to branch out and find people. You forgot you was AFK. Well, you'll never run out of stock for your shop now, at least. Not for a while. How's this looking? Okay, this is now looking really good. I much prefer this straight line. Well, it's a bit of a diagonal line, but rather than it bending in and out and in. So now we should be able to move on to around here and actually getting this part done. I really want to like flatten this out a bit and have like a nice valley that you walk through. Need to make Phil to sleep. I need to craft a few more shulker boxes to hold all this dirt. Because we're going to be cutting down some of the trees soon, and that's going to take up a lot of space. And there I go, scan. Like, originally my next episode was going to be actually building my base. But my main base rather than just living out of a campsite. I think with all the shenanigans that happened yesterday with the boats, I don't think I can anymore. Because that's only going to be a huge chunk of the episode. May as well just have that as episode 5 now. No chicken. All of those poor mobs, they keep climbing this hill. I need to tear it down because they keep climbing to get high up. Somehow drop down to these single blocks and get stuck. Like, I don't know why the chickens get stuck. They should be able to just float down fine without any fall damage. But those poor sheep and pig. How do I? Oh, it's A and C. Okay, no, I don't want that anymore. Fixed. Okay, thank goodness. That constantly happens. But now I finally figured out why. I always close it before I actually read what pops up. Turns out it was always telling me how to disable it, which honestly would have been a lot better to have known a while back. Okay. Got a pillager invasion. Just a singular one? Okay. Bit odd for there to just be one pillager unless they're underground. Nope. That one pillager. All on its own. But yeah, so I'm probably going to start streaming more frequently, not specifically Minecraft. I'm thinking of opening like a Wednesday stream. A bit of a later stream, but like a Wednesday stream for other content like Roblox, I don't know, like Hollow Knight, because I've been enjoying that recently. There's other games like that, so we're not just... And they probably won't go on the main channel other than like the VODs of such. Might even just stream them on Twitch, I don't really know. I'm just experimenting with stuff, seeing what works, what doesn't. How's this looking? That's looking better. This needs to be a bit smoother. Yeah, I need a shulker box now. So here I prepared all the wheat last night for the mud blocks that we'll need. And I mean, at this rate, it's already like 20 minutes into the 2-hour stream. I don't think we got the distance we've got to go. We've not even left the base yet. You can invite every viewer to join the server as a grand finale. I think every viewer would be way too much, but to be fair, that is an interesting idea. I think last season, I'm a newcomer with this season, I think last season they were thinking about doing some sort of like end event sort of thing with people, but nobody really knew who to invite for it. Then nothing happened, but something like that could happen this season, who knows. That is quite a long way away. What's this? Okay, that looks good, yeah. So this path was one I made originally, but I don't think it'd work as well. We'd also need to patch up that ravine. Going through this way feels a lot nicer. We just need to cut down some trees. Hello there, welcome. Okay. What's there? Well, hello there, JT Colmus. In the chat, I guess. Hello, everybody. I might just bring this shulker with me. How much space have we got? There's no space, and may as well bring it anyway. We're extra storage because we are running out of space. Also, the terrain here isn't the best, so we will need to use up a lot of space. Toast. I honestly have no clue what you mean with that. After the streaming on the server, I tend to stream once a week. At the moment, it's like every Saturday around, I tend to keep it on like a regular basis. Trying to think what the time zone is. It's WhimsyCraft. It is a private server, but all of the whimsies on here, we make videos, we make live streams occasionally, not all of them do. We're all just about being whimsical. Building things, making shops, having fun, that sort of thing, and trying to make content out of it. So yeah, I stream every Saturday, or at least I try to. No, you wouldn't be able to join, sorry. I'm gonna just shave this little bit of this hill here. Like that. Let's notice this isn't just like straight up against the path. I'm making a pathway currently from our main base and campsite over here in the forest. Bye! And I'm making this pathway all the way to spawn, which is like quite far this way. You see we have some sort of a connection to it in the shopping district on the server. And I'm trying to follow the path I originally took to find this base in like one of my first episodes. And with a nice route to spawn here. I mean, it's definitely not very nice right now. It's a bit bland. Once it's like the shape of it's done, I'm gonna replace the dirt with some jungle wood, some mud, and then we're gonna have like trees. Like our custom trees, as you can see over here. Want some little flowers, some little rocks, make it just a lot nicer to walk around. I just want some sort of a connection around the world. Which requires quite a bit of terraforming. We do need to know if I sleep again. End rods and lanterns. I do have... Oh, end rods could look nice. I do have a little bit of like a fence that I keep using. If I go over to the main base, you'll see it a lot nicer. As this is like the style we're going for, it's just getting out of rough shape at the moment. We'll have some nice pathways that look like this. We've got the little lanterns on some fence posts. We've got little the boulders. We've got rocks, moss, custom trees, patches of flowers. It should look a lot nicer once it's done. It's just getting the shape first. I wonder if I can get something to mute the sounds of pressure plates. Thank you. I originally experimented with it in creative mode, as I like getting things perfect before building them in survival. Well, now I'm just sort of like, now that I've got that style, I am trying to build it purely in survival, which might take a while. Cute little greenery absolutely is the plan. Because, I mean, my whole theme for this season is very naturey. We've got the birch trees, the birch forest. Yeah. It's just going to take a little bit, because we've still got to get the shape of the path, get all the way connected to spawn. And then we can actually decorate, add the fences, add the rocks. It should look a lot nicer then. Just a small project that I can do on live streams that isn't as big as something that needs a big time-lapse or video, or realistically the next thing I'm trying to build is the start of the main base, but that is quite big. It's going to take a while. I'm going to need a few more farms to set that up. But making a nice path over to spawn is a lot more manageable for a live stream. Is this looking good? Might shave a little bit off this hill. Let's see. Good shape so far. How is this looking? Yeah, it's getting a bit thick in this area. How can I fix that? I think it needs to be better shaped on the left side and then thinner on the right. So it might need to come out a bit further this way. Okay, that looks nicer. Yeah, I'm starting to think of like potentially doing like a Wednesday stream of other content. Or other Minecraft stuff, just so I'm streaming more often. When videos are becoming a bit more difficult to make, with like time and other work. And who knows, I'm just experimenting with things at the moment. It'll definitely be a bit later on in the day if I do that. Well, I think it'll be fun. Okay, this area is looking nicer now. Remove these leaves. Okay, now we can properly fix this terrain. How's it looking? It needs to come out a bit more and then perfectly round. The too steep. Wells bent. Okay, that is a nice curve. Now we just need to get the same thickness on the right side. So... something like that. Then we'll just make that side look smooth. Ooh, scan has returned. Wonder what he's up to. That won't look too nice. So I'm just gonna remove that. Okay, that's better. I think this is a good shape. Now, we need to get across to over here. Best path just seems to either be straight or like a little curve, maybe outwards or inwards. But I don't want to go as far out as I originally planned, so it feels a bit too out of the way. If we sort of do this shape, move here, that might look nice. I honestly don't really know what server we're using. Wait, let me just remove them. Load in the truck. Well, once I've got access to it, I can just remove them. It isn't loading, I'll have to open it on my browser instead. Which... There's no point in letting them do their free advertising and on the screen. Which... mute that. And... there we go. All sorted. I think if I quickly check... yeah, I have no clue what server host we're using. But it's quite decent. I think it's like a... is it a 16 gigabyte server or something like that? That sounds too small. It might be like 64, I really don't know. I'm not very technical when it comes to the Minecraft servers. I used to use like one of the, I think when I used to stream on a different YouTube account, I used to use this server hosting called the Turnoffs, which was alright for free servers. It was very laggy because it was free. And it has been quite a few years, so I'm not sure how good they are anymore. Okay, if these trees are just not going to let the leaves decay. Oh, I don't want to pick them up. I want to use fortune. There we go. And I make a bakery on the hill. Probably there's a lot left to do, so there's like tons of space to make things. Oh, that path is looking nice so far. Oops, too high. Yeah, I'm really liking how this path is looking. It's looking really natural. So I need to remove those leaves. I'm just going to smooth this out a bit. Caught in case some problems happen. That'd be interesting. I'd probably be closer to the shopping district if that ever happened. Which is like far over in that direction. Especially with what this man got up to yesterday. He would definitely need to be taken there. Whoop. There's another random dip in the terrain. I'm gonna have to fill that in. That is just going to annoy me if I leave it. Sometimes Minecraft's generation like this does annoy me. But luckily it doesn't take too much to fix. I need more of the shortcut now. Why is there a random dip in the terrain there? It makes no sense. It'd just be smooth. Would be nice. I'm just gonna go in the hole to it. There we go. Okay, well, let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to very quickly just mine these. There is no point keeping them as blocks. They just take up more space. And get some dirt out. And this little gap, and then we just have the upper section. This rest of here there we go. See, this is so much nicer now that it's flat. I just need to add the bottom of these trees back. I believe I already have a stack of birch logs. Do not understand. Okay, that's looking so much nicer. Okay, that's good. Yes I am. Oh, that went down to that. Some of these trees, there's going to be a lot of trees to remove. Hello there, welcome. You know that most of the trees we removed are on the right-hand side? It's just making like a big empty space. Well, once we have custom trees, we'll be tearing all of these down anyway. You know, I'm starting to get farms for each of the, we'll probably be starting like a wool farm soon, so we can get tons of green wool for terrain, texturing, and the trees. We've got the cacti farm, so we can easily get concrete, like dyes for concrete powder. So, resources are starting to become less and less of an issue as we make farms, which is good. So it should be easier to actually build soon. How long will the stream be on for? The stream, we have another hour and 15 minutes, but you're free to go or stay as long as you want to. Obviously no one's holding you here against your will, I hope. I don't know what Scam's doing over there, maybe he is. Okay, this curvature of the path is good. We can bring that up here. Why am I lining these boats? I should be turning them into pathways. There we go. Much better. But yeah, I like to stream for about 3 hours, and well, this one's only going to be 2 because of some like technical issues before the stream. I'll be live again probably on Wednesday. Ooh, good luck with the championship. Hopefully you do well. What kind of championship is it? Is it like a very competitive concert championship, or... is it one between friends? Need to smooth this out a bit as well because I don't want it to be too steep. Where are we sending this path again? Ah, straight to the other side. Okay. We can probably chop a few trees down and... tree chopping there again. We can probably also do what we did before over there and just like make a little valley for the path. World School Band Championship. Good luck. Ooh, a lacrosse game. Hope you have fun with that. Hope it goes well. Let's walk this hill here. Well, there should give plenty of dirt to work with the terrain. Where on earth did that? Oh, it probably came from around the head. Okay, I was going to say. Like that just appears out of nowhere. Ooh, cup of tea. Enjoy your cup of tea once you get it. Right, this is definitely better terrain for the path, but we'll need to replace the stone. And my inventory's full. Oh, how I wish Minecraft had more inventory space. I do need to deposit things into the shulker box. If there's any space left in here, that is. With very little space. Bring this with me. And this is just so we have some sort of overworld travel. We already have a Nut and Nether portal travel to spawn. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's not very fun. If we eventually do like a world download, it's going to be a bit boring for people to just travel to the faces of the overworld, and I think this will make it nicer. Like what Scan has done with his, we can add some like little stops along the way. Little landmarks just to break up the pathways a little bit. Have some little outposts. Ooh, time tea. I honestly don't know how to pronounce that. Weird because I feel like I should know. I feel like it's time. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I believe it's night. Where we need to sleep. I am going to need to block off this cave because the mobs are going to spawn and just harass people on the path. That's not very fun. Want to rescue that singular Birch. What? No need to be trapped in the dirt for all of eternity. And we need to sleep before any mobs spawn. like this done on the zombie. No. Needed to switch axes there because I don't want to use the tree chopping axe for the zombie. Is it looking good here? It needs to be more on this side. People in the UK drink so much tea. Honestly, even though I'm from the UK, I've never been a big fan of tea. Because it's a big stereotype and everything. It's just, I don't really enjoy it that or coffee. I don't know, it's just weird to me. If we would load, we could follow the nobbies items. Like, I really want to have a light tea for, like, fewer shifts. I really have a light tea when it's, like, I'm serving it with, biscuits or something, but, I just don't know. I don't think I'll be able to have it on its own. Gonna go into the shulker box because it's a bit too full at the moment. They're all little, although that's a bit steep, I might smooth that out a little bit. I wonder if that bee farm's been working. Oh yeah, it is good. So yeah, I need to make a few more temporary farms, like for our sheep. So currently I'll just sat there, all 16 of them. I need to dye them all, get them into the contraction, and eventually I do need to move them all, because all of these are temporary farms. But we need our main base, which will be over there first. This will be part of it. Right, I'll go over to the storage and just drop all of this off. I might make a few more shulkers while I'm over here. But yeah, I was wondering if I had particles on, because there should be more particles coming from this waterfall. Where are they all? There we go, there's the particles. Ooh, you're gonna start your own SMP. I thought that good as well. What do I need? I don't need this, I don't need villager stuff. They appeared so long ago. I do need one of those. Does this hit pit use paper or fabric? That's a great question. I don't know. I think paper, no fabric. Leave it. Not a clue, honestly. I mean, given the mods that we use on it, I guess fabric. They're made for fabric, so probably fabric, but who knows. Yeah, I need this here. We've got that for, YMG and his solution items, because I think he logged off around there yesterday. Need some shulkers. Well, I have one shulker not being... Did I empty that one already? No. This one hasn't got anything in, so I can reuse that one. I don't need any of these, so I can empty these out. There we go. Tidy that up a little bit. But any of the shulkers we can empty. This one, potentially? Might be able to fit things into these other ones. There we go. That's 3 shulker boxes we can use that should keep us going. What is the music thing in the top left corner? That's a custom thing I've managed to make with my recording software. It is just like a little bit of text with a PNG of a music note that I made out of pixel art so that I can turn them off, turn them on, and then there we go. So it is just like a big music note PNG with some Minecraft font saying now playing. And this is with this software called Snip. It uses the songs I've got playing on Spotify and reads out the title and the name, and I've made it scroll using my streaming software just so it like doesn't take up all the screen. It's just so like I could change the song to let's see. So like if we want the Minecraft music from Super Smash Brothers, I can just turn that on and it should update the title up there. Yeah, there we go. Just so anyone can see what music I'm playing while streaming. I do it as like somewhat of like an editing thing with my videos when I play music, but not everybody. But obviously it's like I can't edit that on while streaming, so it's just there to tell people what music it is. Also means we got some background music, rather than just having it silent, because this is just a bit awkward having no music. It just helps a little bit. Thank you! It did take a while to set up a few weeks ago. Because I had to look at, there's a lot of things that don't work anymore, with a lot of like the software that allows you to do that. Well, I managed to get somewhat work. And obviously I'm using music that isn't going to get me completely copyright struck or anything. A lot of it is remixes or game music. I'm not just going to like put like a Taylor Swift song on or something like that. Because that absolutely would get me copyright struck. So I'll just go like a nice little playlist that plays all the and randomly chooses the music. But I can change it whenever I want to, which is a nice option to have. Okay. Birch log, this for the get around. There we go. Fix this terrain. There's so much terrain around here that just needs like a slight fix because it's just randomly like low down or heightened up. It's so strange. I really don't understand why it just can't be smoother. But at least it gives me something to do. I can work on smoothing the terrain out a little bit. Does the mods change anything with the server, like hardcore large steel? Not really, it's just, I think we just have like a few little things that change how some mechanics work, like crafting or annoying things. We have like a thing where we can make mobs silent or name tags. It's a lot more of a server, let's say it's a lot more closer to servers like Hermitcraft, I'd say. Where we all just build bases, build shops, do silly little like pranks on each other, some random things, and just make little videos based on it and live streams. There's no like gimmicks like lifesteal or like hardcore because otherwise I think I'd do really bad on like a PvP server like lifesteal. I'd be on 0 hearts by the end of the day. And hardcore would probably be gone within minutes. What's this looking? Looking quite good. But then yeah, around that point we'll need a bridge, so maybe for the stream we'll do up to here. Make this part fancy and then we can continue from there another time. Need to sleep because it's becoming night again. Depends how much we get done because we are now an hour into the stream. Which means we only have 58 minutes left now. There we go. Let me go up a bit. So now, yeah, we need the path to curve around that way. We also need to chop down some more trees. I hope I am following the right path. So there was 2 about the original path, but I think this works way nicer. Yeah, it just needs to go to there. The bridge will be there and cut across to that side of that river. But yeah, we have little quality of life changes. Just things that'll make it easier. I think we also have custom audio. And who knows. Well, we can even make, like, custom fats. I have one that I'm in the process of, like, making work. I don't know why fully why doesn't work. It just sort of decides it doesn't want to load in the game. I don't know if it's, like, too much for the game to handle or if the files are self-grown, but I can probably fix that. And it'll allow me to have like a nice little 3D flower crown instead of it just being part of my skin. Then it would mean I replace the helmet with a pumpkin instead, but then the armor I only really use for combat. It's not really for like against the players, it's more of like I do an Ender Dragon fight or a trial chamber. It would just be nice to have the fact. I just don't know how to get it to work properly because it's a lot of technical stuff. And that's just the stuff I'm not the best at. So like I use the model in my thumbnails, but can I add you as a friend on Essentials? I am using Essentials. I'd have to see about that because it depends how my Essentials is set up. The path gets thicker over time. I feel like it did. If you reached 4 blocks wide, it suddenly jumped to being like 5 blocks. When did that happen? Seems to be around here. Also the leaves, I need to fix them. Fortune. Ooh. Yeah, it's mainly just because I don't fully know how it's set up, if it'll break anything. Oh, that's good. The last thing I'd want is for it to break everything that I've got working for the videos and streams, which would not be great. No, I'm not liking this part. There used to be thicker there. Good. Needs to stay thicker on that side for a while, instead of curving back as soon. And then this can start to move back inwards. There we go, so now we've got four block left. There we go, now we just need to make sure it doesn't get too thick. These 5 blocks are okay, I'd say, because it's midway through bending. What is it? Okay, that 5 blocks is okay, because it's transitioning between blocks. Here it's not as okay. It needs to curve more. Yeah, need to remove these leaves. Being a pain. Let me reach that one. There we go. I do wish the leaves on trees properly decayed and they don't get halted by like nearby trees. Because that is always frustrating to me. I know they're like a big coding thing for Minecraft to do. So I'd have to check constantly, or like the leaves that I have to update are tied to what like Birch logs it's connected to. But it's just a bit of a pain to have to remove them when there's trees beside each other. Inventory space is okay. Okay, this part is a bit complicated because the terrain is changing so much. Probably something like this could work. Okay, that's good. Quick some space. Minecraft right now is some of the people love the chicken Minecraft music discs. Is it the sound that's frying your PC, or is it, because if it's the sound, you might be able to go to settings and just turn down jukebox. What if it's because of like how much is going on? You might just have to like turn down your simulation distance or render distance. That is what worked for me yesterday when YMD spammed so many boats. I had to play on I think 3 render distance. Okay. This and cut that. Okay, that's gonna properly decay, that's good. Move this back out a little bit. I do find it funny they decided the lava chicken was the best choice for that. I wonder if they were just trying to be a little annoying or something, who knows. So yeah, we bend the path down this way, and then we take it that way, perfect. No maybe making a pathway could take so long. Remove these, make it bend a little nicer. This tree has to go. Probably that one too. They're too close to the path. And eventually all of these trees are going to have to go for custom trees, but just for now, and I'll stop it from connecting. Not about the destination, it's about the journey. True. Very true. Ah yes, I wanted to, do some farming in the middle of my pathway. I had it fully 100% intended to what that farmland does. How's this looking? It's got thick again. How's it gone thick? It's that corner. That one needs to be a path walk. These two shouldn't. Better? Yep. That's looking a lot nicer now. Used it this way and then through there to where the bridge will be. I'll probably do the bridge off stream because that will require a lot of turf, some more prismarine. My keyboard just disconnected. I know this happens, it does it a lot. Disconnect that. There we go. In the first episode that happened and it made me walk into... Wait, did that happen? It made me walk into a creeper. Am I thinking of another time? No, yeah, it did. It disconnected, made me... I was on WhimsyCraft, that was the previous series. In a playlist on my channel called Old Content, there's an episode of The Gideon where my keyboard disconnected and made me almost walk into a creeper. Which was fun. Got me down to about half a heart, I think. It's just that it likes doing it at really, really bad times. What's the mod name? And the mod, I downloaded it, I think, literally yesterday. It was... Which one was it? Slide. Allows you to drag the sliders further than you're supposed to, so I can tell a render distance to like negative. I'm not going to apply that, I don't know what that will do. Probably not a great idea to have my render distance as -3. Well, this is a fun one to test. If I put my FOV at -86, it'll work just like Minecraft, but I'm sort of like on the ceiling. Like, my controls are inverted, but now I'm upside down, which is fun. It's also very trippy. It'd be funny to do an episode like this. I picked it. All my controls are inverted, so like looking up. Still looks up, but for me it looks like I'm looking down. It is weird. I need to be back over this way. I'll flip that back around now, because that's a little bit dizzy. Shout out to your sister, okay? Bye, Jacqueline. And welcome. Okay, I'm gonna grab that shoulder box. I keep placing it down. I don't know why I keep doing that. And I tend to put stuff in, but I should be picking it up as well. I don't know how I keep forgetting that part. Just gonna move that rose bush back a bit right now. Okay, this is good so far. Well, we sort out this terrain and then we can finish this part of the path. I might as well just continue the path because I don't have the jungle wood I would need to actually, like, texture the path. Although that doesn't take too long to get, I guess I could do that. We just need to plant a few jungle trees, use bone meal to grow them, and then chop them down. That doesn't take too long. Yes, there we go. Quickly take down these leaves. think I really took a few too many leaves away there. So that tree's a bit naked now. Not the best, but I'll just take some from here and place them on that tree. Even though that tree will be going eventually, I feel bad for it. I don't want to leave it like this. That's better. Okay. Another part where it just divots down for no reason. We're gonna have to fill this all in. We quickly make one more little valley, like we've done up there. And that should take us to where the bridge will be. Already out of box. Got some from here though. We should be able to get this done in 40 minutes. I'm hoping so anyway. And then we can tidy up the bits of the pathway that are just left behind, like this random line. I could probably have like the moss around the path that we have before getting onto texturing. So that's going to require more resources. Oops. Okay, how's this path looking now? It goes a bit thick around here, so I might need to rake a few blocks. That, Line one from here. Now we just need to do this bit of terrain. It's very easy. And then we bring the path around there. Straight to where the bridge will be. And that'll be the main part of the path done. It's not too bad. Also, this terrain is absolutely awful. Why is there just a single block of water? It makes no sense. Where did that water come from? Why is it there? These trees need to go anyway. There we go, that's all the trees out of the way. I think this tree is the last one that needs to go, and the main part of the birch forest should be completely built. Then we just link that over with a bridge eventually, and that should be good. Already connected. What would all the very temporary? What is with this terrain? I just want it to be nice. Fill it in a tiny bit, not all the way down because it's a bit too resource taxing at that point. This terrain definitely still needs work because it is not wide enough for the path to support. Remove these was floor. How's that looking? That is looking better. This tree is now going to be in the way, however, so that needs to go. Then we just put down this. Perfect. And we've got a bit of terrain back here just to smooth that out a bit. And it'll also guide the pathway more in that direction. I like when pathways do have something to guide them like the terrain. Otherwise it's like, why don't you just have a straight line? Well, that little, like, bend makes it so the pathway somewhat has to bend this way. Like, this makes it so you have to bend a bit to the right and then left, and it's just... It's nice to me that it makes sense. Otherwise it's like, why? Good, okay, now we need to sleep. How's this looking? That one little gap there feels a bit old. Maybe if I just extend that a little bit. Feels nicer, but I don't know. Unless it's just more of a gradual turn that way, rather than a twist. This look a bit. Just about getting the shape right, otherwise I don't want the path to look bad. Because like Scan said, yeah, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. We don't want the journey to be bad. Otherwise it's like, oh, not a good journey. It's not fun, people just use the nether then. If we have a reason to do all of this, if we actually have like, you know, if there's a good journey involved, then there's a good reason for having the path. And over here, giving free pollution to flip. Honestly, 30, yeah. I think I have seen that video, actually. I feel like I will remember it. It feels... Yeah. Definitely feel like I've watched that. Okay, I'm gonna remove these little bits of path blocks that are just not necessary anymore. It's like here, across there. Why is there a single dirt block higher up? Why? This one dirt block just feels like it's better than the rest. When it could just not be there, could be one lower down. We could fill that gap so nicely, instead it decides it wants to be above everyone else. Why? Makes absolutely no sense to me. Not bad. Okay, then that leads into the pathway across. Good, okay. I think that is some really good progress. Oh, I don't like how it looks from back here. It needs to curve more. How's that? Curve enough. I feel like I keep seeing things in the corner of my eye. That's probably not a good thing. But random particles. It's like when we've been walking around, it spawns a random particle, and some of them stick around for a while, or is the leaves? I'm not sure. I'm not used to seeing the particles. Those leaves need to go. Leaves definitely need to go. And we have 13 minutes left of the stream. Okay. But this time, well, that is dangerous. Okay. I was unaware of a giant lava pool right there. That will need, like, removing soon, because I don't want the whole forest to burn down. That would not be very good. I'd need, if that happens, I'd need, those fire department from WhimsyCraft to help. Sadly, I don't think I can get access to. The whole forest had just burned down at that point. We might need a fire department from the server. Okay, I think this is good, and then that'll continue over. Good. Now I'll just go along the path and tidy up any little bits that we missed, like this. I just got some dirt, I can break these, replace. Anything else like that over here? Another bit of water. Why? Why can't I just be tidy, be neat? Be nice? Why must this terrain be so rebellious? There we go. But this would look good if we replaced it with one of the boulders with like stone. We can cobble with some moss. So with that side. I do live stream up a more public server called the Gideon, but that's more for fans of this music producer called Gideon. If there weren't any other like public servers, or if like anyone's got any recommendations of some public servers they want me to play, I could always do that. Just depends what server. I probably won't do many like small servers because it might not be very great with like, you know, server quality or server running. Like it might just decide to crash every 5 seconds or something, who knows. But no, yeah, definitely be down to do some public servers. At some point. We can tidy up this pathway. But yeah, this path was really bad because, like, how on earth would I have been able to make it go across here? What about dirt block though? Don't want to leave it to despawn. Mesa SMP, I've never heard of that honestly. I'll have a look into it. Also depends what the servers do. Because if it's just a building one, I don't think I'd have any many ideas of what to build on there. Especially when I've got WhimsyCraft for building. For the Gideon, I have no clue what to do on there anymore. Like, I've got my shop to run, my villager, like, bookshop, but other than that, I've just got no ideas. My head would be empty. And I probably wouldn't spend as much time on there as I do with WhimsyCraft, as that is just my main server to play on at the moment. And probably will continue to be. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Okay. That is nicely tidied up. Has that side been tidied? Yes. Good. There's one more line I need to tidy up, and that is on the other side of the path. Like, I can just follow the dirt blocks. Or Bark, SMP, Arch, one of those two. Sure, I'll look into it and see what it's about. I've been really close. I don't know if that's the path or the sheep anymore. The path just sort of ends. Oh, I went across that, yeah. Anyways, that's dirt path gone. What about the other side? Well, that's a funny phrase compared to the music that's playing at the moment. Where is the other side? Here it is. Oh, is that where the end of that path is? That's not bad. No, the branching pathways now? Oh, there's a little bit of one there on the other side. There we go, we'll end this one. Oh, no, we can fly. There we go. The thing is, every other pathway done now, which is great. Great news. Quickly sleep. And then we can head over to be fair, it's off half an hour to go, that's not too bad. Need to start on a choker box. What I can do is, we can have a look at how much of the pathway I've done. So if this is where this side of the path ends, this is a good few hundred blocks. Then we'll have, I'll use dirt at the moment to show where the bridge will be. Be across this way. Probably in the straight line, this bridge. There's not really a reason to have it angled. It will be a full weight, so... There we go, so... this is Java. This is where our bridge will be. So rather than have thought about streaming Hypixel at some point on like a mini game server. Was to experiment with the mini games, so that's a nice preference for this one. Don't know what, I just looked at that beep and I did. And we can have that path follow up that way. That should be good. I'm just gonna quickly link this side of the path. It will annoy me if I don't. Oh, no, it's the glow and the shovel goes through my hand. Interesting. You will Hypixel. They used to play on their Skyblock a few years ago. I haven't touched it in a long time though. But honestly, the Hypixel Skyblock one with the many different things. I wonder if that is still running because that was years ago. We can cover up this path. We'll just see how far we can get before the end of the stream. I'm gonna fix up this terrain a little bit because it annoys me so much. But some areas of Minecraft's terrain can be really nice. Like, you'll see really nice mountains with like a valley in between. You'll have really nice lakes and oceans, beaches. But I just get to this part of like the terrain and it's just like, why? How on earth does this even generate? Okay, so our path, we wanted to continue somewhat straight because that ravine is going to be a problem. Literally, we might just cover that ravine up. We fill in this ravine from about like here first. I like filling the terrain in, not completely, but enough so if a creeper explodes, it isn't going to like open up the ravine again. Because imagine if you stood above it on the path, a creeper explodes and you just drop down into the water with no blocks to escape. That would not be very fun. But now I just need to fill this in. Another thing I'm glad about is with like all the training I've done, I haven't run out of dirt blocks yet. Which is surprising. I don't even know why I have so much dirt. What did I... Oh yes, I dug the lake. That took a lot of dirt blocks. Which makes sense why I have a lot now. That wave was in a block. Oops. Oh, that poor fish. I need to help it. Look in the water. There we go. Poor fish. Your friend Nick said hi. Oh, hello Nick. Okay. Ravine is almost fully filled in. Thank goodness. And we have enough dirt for that. Good. Okay. But this part is annoying because in Birch Forest, you don't tend to get leaf litter. As soon as you're out of the Birch Forest, there's leaf litter everywhere. But even these birch trees, I don't get why. Birch forests don't get leaf litter even though there's birch trees. Regular forests, birch trees, leaf litter. How does it make sense? Well, that's just a really small detail that I don't understand. It's I don't understand if it was just the oak trees that need leaf litter. Well, the fact that the birch trees do too, and you can tell because it's underneath the birch tree. Why? Why? It doesn't make sense. Oh, we have about 15 minutes-ish left to go. Well, then again, I'm finishing. I think I finished. Did I start a bit late? Because I'm finishing at 4 PM my time, which is in 20 minutes, unless I start a bit early. Might have been a bit early. Well, we'll keep going till the hour. We have 20 minutes. Okay. Of course, there's more awful tonight. Well, hold on.
Hello.
Did not expect to turn around and just see you, whilst I was in free camp.
Yeah, I assumed you had free camp.
You are very sneaky.
I am. I just flew over here.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing.
Enough pumpkin pie?
Oh, I got plenty. I got over 2 double chests.
Cheers.
Yeah. It's lovely how much there is.
You're not gonna run out for a while now?
Yeah, no, definitely not. Now I have a sustainable food resource.
Yeah. My spider is partying.
I'm gonna party with it.
It don't.
Can I sit on the spider? Can I ride it? Ow! Ow! It did not want me to ride it. No, I did not punch it. I think it just got into a dark area. Maybe it just didn't want me to ride it. It does.
You
I'm not gonna
offended
kill
it
it.
too much.
I'm not gonna kill it. It's a spider. Ow. Okay, do I have a name tag?
The spider. Are you trying to name the spider?
I like to just name random things. I mean, it's so cute. Like, look at it.
True. Strangely enough, Minecraft spiders are the only spiders I can handle.
Yeah. I mean, just look at it. It's so cute.
Every other spider is terrifying. I think it's because I can, predict those spiders.
My armor is just taking damage slowly and surely. Oh, the spider stopped attacking me. Ah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I just realized, oh wait, what am I doing? It's not doing anything harm. It's not doing me any harm.
Well, did they just give up?
Yeah, no, I think it's because I wasn't being hostile and it wasn't dark.
Oh.
So it just gave up over time.
Strange, I've never seen them do that before.
Me neither. But that's probably because mainly we all attack spiders as soon as they attack us.
True.
So we don't really get to think about it.
Yeah, the pathway is going well, as you probably are aware.
Yeah, I have been at least having it in the background.
Yeah.
My full inventory is full of seeds.
Seeds?
Of wheat seeds.
Why wheat seeds?
I got about 18 stacks and 8 pieces of wheat seeds to make a farm.
Oh. Makes sense.
Yes. That's about... Yeah, that's about... Ooh.
I don't know why the terrain is just so messy around here.
It is very messy. Quite messy.
I can see the spider parkouring around the terrain.
Yeah, just like jump, jump,
Like,
jump.
like why is there just... Oh, why does the terrain just stop for a bit of water?
Now I want to make a little house or like some type of building here on the pathway just for the spiders to live in.
People can just like come visit the spider.
No, actually, last season, there was a husk in the jungle because it came up from the trial chamber and it was never gonna despawn.
Oh.
I made it a little house and named him Husky, and then he lived in there throughout the entire season.
And nobody killed them?
No one, because he had a house and there was a name to it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where the spider's gone now. I sort of wondered. I think it might have despawned. Oh no, I can see him. He's running away.
Alright, if the spider is not despawned while I go get a name tag, I'll be right back.
Okay. Name the spider Dave. Oh yeah, we can probably name it Dave. The last scam's already got an idea in mind. Who's going on here? Why? Is this a part of that lake? But I don't know why the terrain needs to dip down. It's one of these trees. Let me just riptide on top of it. Okay, what do I need to now get rid of? Well, it's a huge tree. Oh, is it just this? Okay, that's not too bad. In trouble the mice. Right, we need to block off this water, which again is just sitting there. We'll probably fix this terrain off camera when it isn't as big of an issue. I'll just remove all the trees from that area. Well, we could easily link up these two bits of the water. Because they're like right next to each other. I might do that. We've got to fix the terrain as I go along, otherwise it's just gonna look ugly for the path. Whatever. Where's the spider
still here?
It's... That's third. Oh no.
Putting on hitboxes. Oh no, it despawned, didn't it?
Oh no. I don't know why I kept walking away. I guess it just wasn't a big fan of us or something.
Nah, I'm gonna get a spider here now. I am determined.
You got a name in mind for it?
Yes.
That tree. Really these trees because I can already start on the terrain a bit. And this tree is the last tree. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna link the two bits of water together. Are you gonna wait until night for a spider or something?
Yes, I am.
Ah, that makes sense.
You know, while I wait, I can re-click me a little.
Wait 10 minutes and then I'm going to have to go. Okay, it should become night time before then.
It shall. Because it's about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
This is why I always have a watch on me.
Oh, yeah, the clock.
Yes.
How deep is this water? Close to about here, which is perfectly level here. I forgot this is a fortune shovel. Comes a flint now, I guess. Or I should be keeping it as bamboo silk touch. I need it for concrete powder. Why are you building them a little house?
It's just a little bit of a little house.
Voltage for the rest. Oops. We can fill in the terrain a little. Okay, it's turning nighttime now.
Yep.
Man, you were right about 4 minutes.
Exactly.
You're just that good at telling the time in Minecraft now that you've got your clock.
Yeah, I have had that for so long. And it's not often that you need to tell the time in Minecraft exactly.
Yeah. Unless you're wanting
But
like a specific time right now.
Exactly. You have some... No wait, I think I have some grass on me. I do.
How deep is this lake? Oh, that lake is quite deep. What's the terrain again? It's... Whoa, traveling look. Oh wait, I've been to that one. Yeah.
I've never been to that one probably. Alright, spider time. Let's see.
If you're just gonna have to search for one. Luckily I haven't lit the area up yet, that's a skeleton. That honey fed choppy. There we go.
There's the pigs.
I'll keep that actually. Okay, we'll soon have
I need a spider.
You see any yet, or are they all in hiding?
They're probably hiding somewhere.
I heard you're gonna kidnap them and keep them alive for eternity, and now scared. Okay.
That's a zombie.
There's a non-spider.
If it ain't spider shape, it's not a spider. Is that one? Wait, please tell me. Ow, ow. That's the pig!
Oh, no.
No. Why is it always like the moment you want a specific mob to spawn?
You can't find them.
Exactly.
Ooh, let me look a bit along the path. There might be one. Let's see, can I find a spider? Zombie, I was going to third person while we look. That's Enderman, and creepers, and skeletons. Everything but a zombie. Everything but a spider.
That is everything but a spider, oh gosh.
Yep, let's say that goes about it. Doesn't ever new. The possibly go. The choppy. Spider, spider, spider. Creepers, creepers, creepers. No spiders. Am I going back? Because the old mobs will have despawned, probably. Zombies. Oh, spider. Round one.
Oh, yes, a spider! Right, we just need to get it back safely.
What about to say, is it owl?
Yeah, I'll... Maybe.
Look at that silly little guy.
A creeper might have exploded.
No, that's fine, it's just a creeper. Easily repairable. Oh, there's a spider over here.
There's a second spider! Okay.
But there's a spider family, only one of them can stick around, sadly.
Yeah, only one of them can stick around. Okay, we need... Ow. Okay, take it. Zombie! No, the spider didn't start the rain!
I've got the gun, I've not killed the other spider, so if you... Depends which one you want to
I
take.
need to make sure that... Boom. Yes, okay, that's light here. Ow. Do not hurt me.
I'm gonna block that off just in case. So it shouldn't be on to leave now.
It also has its name, we can sleep.
Spoovy.
Spoovy, yes.
I will sleep.
Yes. Right. We have a Spoovy in here. Where's Spoovy's there. Perfect.
What perfect way to like end off my stream? So it's like perfectly time. Let's have a look. So you should be friendly now, Spoovy. Yeah. That skeleton is not. Spoovy the spider.
I'm taking a bit of damage from where? Oh, from there.
There was a skeleton hiding beneath the rooftop.
Yes. Okay, I'm working gonna get some slabs. Hello there, Spidey. Boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom.
Ow, Spoovy.
I need to put like a sign saying that this is and Spoovy is like an old Grams that don't really see people that much and lives in the forest, you know.
This is why I don't use what's it called, horns, because Spoovy would probably have been dead by now.
Exactly. Oh, oops. Okay, not that. Wait, then. Boom boom.
VP says hi, Spoovy.
I need some better windows. This one.
Some better windows. I can probably get glass eventually.
Yeah, no, I can also just grab some of my copper bars. I got some lying around.
True. Okay, I'm gonna have
man,
to go
two pieces of oak. Ah, they're gone.
Oh, I've got an oak. I can.
Oh yeah.
Oops.
Two pieces.
I'll...
Okay. The rest of this here is gonna.
I'll help over soon. There we go.
There we go. That is looking yes. Oh, no, I can fill this in with.
And there we go. Right at the end of the street. Oh, there's another.
Ah, beautiful.
U-boat. Oh, if that. Yeah. At the end of the stream, we've got a lovely little house for Spoovy.
Do you have a sign?
I can craft one. Ooh.
Okay, that. Oh yes, I just realized I have this.
Ooh.
A door.
Where should we put the sign? Yeah.
They're just there. Now this is how you light up your world a little bit better. It gives it a nice little location.
Now we have a landmark for people to see as they come along.
Yes. And then they can visit Spoovy. And Spoovy does not bite anymore because there's light in here.
Yeah, it's Spoovy's spectacular space.
Do you have Do you have 8 cobblestone?
Let me check. I have regular stone if you have a pickaxe that can...
I got a pickaxe. My mob axe. Boom, boom, boom.
Did you make them a furnace or something?
I mean, if you look inside here.
Oh. Ooh.
Maybe cobblestone should be better.
What I might do is I might improve this to fit with my build, with like the birch forest building style when
yeah.
I have resources. Like I might use a bit of mangrove. around the furnace.
I was just basing this off. I was basing this off the Bloomsburg buildings.
And then we can have a nice chimney up here with a campfire or something. Oh, it'll look nice. So yeah, I'll add more details at some point.
Yep.
Probably when I do the path.
Yes.
But yeah, I've got to head out now, but...
Yes.
But you can thank you for the building spoofy little house along the path.
Yep.
Goodbye. Okay. Now that we're back in our homes, thank you for everyone for tuning into the stream. Thank you to JP and Donald for speaking in the chat for the most of the stream. I think you've managed to get quite a lot done getting this pathway all nice and sorted. And obviously, it's just the shape and structure we still need to actually add the slabs in, add the textures and make it look just that bit better. Add the terrain, add the nice foliage around, the moss. And eventually we'll get this path looking as best as it can do. But I think we've made a lot of good progress today. So thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely rest